Confirm your age. You're calling. Confirm. Oh, hi there. Welcome to my live stream. I'm also starting at the same time on TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok already, it's just handle living with Lucy. Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry. The handle on TikTok is The Lucy Show. So TheLuci'Show. Check that out. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I should have thought this through. I'm like setting it up at the same time. I also want to see how long I can do it for, honestly, because I haven't done a live stream on TikTok in forever. Even though I said I was going to work really hard to be able to do live streams and get to that 1,000 followers. And I did. And then I just got too busy to do it. Okay, hold on. They want to like confirm. Oh my gosh, what else do they have to confirm? Learn how we'll handle your information. We smell your, okay. 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 They want to take a picture of my face. Got it. Okay, well, at least I have a light. This is so crazy. Okay, I guess I haven't. All right, to put my face. Sorry. Be right back. Hi there, Danielle. Hi there, Ashley. Welcome. By the way, for all of you guys who are in the stream, please make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, all that good stuff. Okay, I don't think they have like ways of confirming how old I am, like if what I stated was true. And I try to do this face estimate right now through TikTok, and I don't think it worked. So let me just, I probably have to do it with my ID. So I'll be down here so you guys can't see my information. Hold on. Still here. We'll talk about Nvidia in a bit. Okay. The heck? Oh, country. USA. United States. Okay, driver license. Oh boy. I don't remember doing this for YouTube, but maybe I did and just forgot about it. I hope I can actually do this stream though through TikTok, even though I'm just like literally taking pictures of my ID right now. Next. Okay, grab a piece of paper. Oh my God, this is so intense. I have to grab a piece of paper, write this thing down, take a selfie, holding my ID and a piece of paper with the code. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that. FML, guys. That is very, very, very extra. Still here. I'll be right back. This is like, I remember doing this when in 2022, I think, when my crypto, I was like trading as I was traveling. And then I think it was FTX that wouldn't let me do anything with my crypto at the time. And then I had to like do exactly this. But I guess TikTok has the same rules. I have to like pull my ID up. But this one's even more intense. The TikTok one, I will say, is more intense. Whoa. Okay, I just took a selfie with a number that I wrote that they gave me and my ID on it. Oh my God, for the love of God. This better be it. Unless they want my firstborn child. Okay. Okay, it's my bad. I should have done this before. Okay, wait, what? Submit. It's like, I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi. I'm really just trying to get this to work so then I can do 2 streams at the same time. Says something went wrong, try again. But did my picture disappear? Ugh. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, I put the code in right. Okay, hold on. This is going to be the longest stream ever without me even trying to make it the longest stream. Okay. Attempt number 2. Okay, maybe I should have just had a more white background. I don't know. Oh my god. Use photo. Submit. I don't remember doing this the last time I did TikTok stream, so they definitely made it a lot more intense since. But I haven't done a stream in over a year, so maybe it just keeps saying something went wrong. Okay, I guess I'll just get out of it and this is my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna try and stop the Wi-Fi. Submit. I think it might be my Wi-Fi because I'm using my cellular data right now to try to upload my picture. Well, worst case, I'll update the app and then try again. And then we just won't do a TikTok today. Oh my god. It's literally not going through. So annoyed right now. Okay. Yeah, it just keeps saying that it's not going through, even though I'm not even using Wi-Fi right now. Go back. Okay, I already did the face age estimation, and then they said that didn't work. I think it's just trying to prove that you're like more than 18, which I obviously am. Okay, what? It says I sent an appeal. What? Okay. Oh, okay. Now it's saying that my age verification is under review, probably through the pictures and the countless photos I've just taken, and that I'll be notified after I'm capable of going on a live. So I guess I can't do a live stream right now on TikTok. Wow. The bar is way too high for TikTok. This is actually crazy. Okay, well, I didn't get any emails right now. So I will just have to wait. All right. Screw TikTok. All right, guys. So let's talk about Nvidia. As you can see for the title today. Okay, my light came off. That's fine. Nothing working today, but that's okay because as long as you guys smash the like button, I greatly appreciate it. Hi there, Jeff Swagmaster. All right. I also need to do my nails. So why did I want to do a video on Nvidia? I do want to first admit that, yes, I am salty. If you watch my videos, I did talk about it when it was like $700. And I was like, I don't think Nvidia is going to reach $1,000 this year. And I know a lot of people were buying it and they were like, it's going to go to $1,000 or over. So I'm definitely wrong on that. However, do I plan on buying it right now and FOMOing in with everybody else at like $1,200? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And my very, very basic guess on what will happen to this stock is just like everything else, just like Apple with Microsoft and Tesla on its like prime days. Nothing goes up forever. And that is just the market. And it's just like wild to me. I just came out of watching like a billion videos from YouTubers that have like 30,000 subscribers all the way to like 500,000 subscribers to the million subscriber range. And then you have your like CNBC News and you Jim Cramers of the world and everybody like literally nearly every single, there's probably like 1 out of like 20 videos I watched of somebody with sense and that was like, oh, it's probably going to drop. Literally everybody is just like, I'm going to buy more. I'm going to dollar. I'm going to DCA all my money into Nvidia because they're definitely going to be like the king for chips. Like it's just never going to end. The demand is so high. Well, there's not from me, but there are professionals saying that the peg is about 1 right now and it's 32 times the next year's earnings. Okay, that does not sound like it's undervalued. It's very, very overvalued. Oh, I'm not saying that I am going to bet. And again, as always, never financial my channel, entertainment purposes only. I'm not telling you guys that I think for sure I could guarantee that Nvidia is going to go back down under $1,000 and that will occur. But I'm just going to say my part is I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get wrecked really hard. Nvidia. because I could see, like, it's just insane to me that the market, not really the market, but just really the media is very skewed in like who they want to promote and who they do not. And clearly to mainstream media, Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill, DFV is the enemy. He's the enemy. Like, let's face it. We heard Gary Gensler today talk about Roaring Kitty. Well, first, it was really funny if you watch that interview. It was actually, this is really dry, by the way. It's like really hard to do. I've had this nail polish forever. But I'm like, I want to do blue today. Feeling bluish. But Jim Cramer was kind of like, as talking to, first, Gary Gensler was like next to Jim Cramer talking about like the T+1. For those of you guys that don't know, it just means that last week, pretty much, yeah, last week, you could have traded your stock. And for like, ever since I traded stocks, that's my understanding, is that at least in the US, it's supposed to be like T+2. So you trade your stock, let's say on Monday, like you sell your Tesla stock or whatever, you sell your Nvidia stock, and you make the money on Monday. The money doesn't actually settle. So meaning after you sell it, it doesn't go into the buyer's pocket or whatever. It doesn't actually settle until 2 days. 2 days have passed. But now they've changed that apparently back to 1 day. And I thought that that was a new thing. But then Gary Gensler was like, no, that's actually what they had back in like the 1920s. Back in the 1920s, it was actually T+1. And then I think he said it dragged out to like about a week. And then they just slowly paced closer back to now, which is the T+1 again. So we went from T+2 to T+1, which is really just going back in time, I guess, over 100 years ago to the way that things were when stocks were being traded. Because I think the stock market's been around since like the 1600s, pretty sure. But as always, do your own DD. Hi there, everyone nation. I never heard of Raw Kitty till this week. You're kidding. But yeah, there's just, so first, I guess I'll start with this piece. And I just find it hilarious that in mainstream media, you're constantly hearing either somebody from the SEC or, well, actually, Gary Gensler is not going to comment on like really saying, oh, Nvidia is going to do so well or anything like that. That's more of like your fund managers. But you're going to see a lot of fund managers, obviously, talking smack about Roaring Kitty and saying like that's all a joke and whatnot, even though technically if you did buy GME at $10, you would be up to this day right now. If you bought it even a month ago and you have it right now, you'd be like 3x, which is better than the performance of Nvidia, as great as Nvidia is performing. So I think it's just really hilarious. That's the word. It's very hilarious that these stocks that are clearly just not favored in mainstream media is being made fun of, and they're warning you for your own safety and all that. Yet the Nvidias of the world, you constantly hear everybody saying, yeah, it's great. It's undervalued. Oh, should get more. DC. And this is not just, I'm not just blaming the suits. I'm not just blaming like the hedgies or the private funds. I'm not just doing that because, like I said, I'm seeing YouTubers, retail investors, average folks. I mean, not average because they have like 500,000 subscribers or more, but there's like a lot of those folks that are saying that they're going to just buy more. And that we know Nvidia is getting a 10-to-1 stock split. That's happening Friday. And it's already at 1,200, which I guess you could say everybody's buying it because they think that once it goes from 1,200 to, let's say, $120, right? It's going to be a lot cheaper, and then therefore more people are going to buy it, and then therefore it's going to go higher. At least that's probably like the general expectation, and that's why most people are buying it. However, I think it's just insane to me that people aren't mentioning the most obvious thing, and that is if you are buying it and you didn't buy it earlier at like $700, or even some people bought it as low as like $188. If you're buying it at $1,200 or $1,100, all you have to do is pull up the Nvidia chart, and I'll pull it up in a second once I'm done this last blue pinky and toss out this nail polish because it's literally, I think it's like a decade old. Okay, that's in the trash. Well, let's pull up Nvidia, and again, never financial advice on my channel, just entertainment purposes only. But I think for those of you guys that are also crazy, crazy bullish on it, or you're being affected by the news, I would love for someone to like argue this point with me in the comment section below and let me know how you can defend the idea of like buying it at this moment and being extremely confident like some people are. By the way, thanks to any of you guys that have already subscribed and smashed that like button and all that good stuff. So right now, Nvidia is at $1,236, and it's up over 5% today. After hours, another 0.98, and that's crazy. It's been founded since 1993. Obviously, the King Jensen Huang, like I saw on Instagram yesterday that apparently he signed a girl's top. She, I'm assuming, asked him to sign like this area. And then everybody's calling him a rock star. But I thought that was really funny. And then here we go. And then the stocks just continue to go higher. I do think he is somewhat of a rock star, but I'm just trying to be fair here. It is insane to me that there could be ever any stock like analyst ratings right now. You could look like this is just me viewing through Robinhood. 90.2%, guys. I can't even make this stuff up. 90.2% is on a buy, and the hold is only 9.8%, and 0% is telling you to sell this stock. Like, if that's not euphoria, and if that's not, if anything, I would call that market manipulation by anybody who's spoken up about how you should dollar cost average into Nvidia at these prices and how it's just going to go up much higher and higher and higher, and that this is going to become like a 4 trillion. Like, congratulations. It, by the way, today, I think finally beat Apple and is now a $3 trillion company, which if you hear it, like, Nvidia is great and all, but beating Apple is kind of wild. And I think people are just not it's right now 3.01 trillion as a market cap. But I think people are really not factoring in the obvious, which is nobody knows what can happen tomorrow. Like, just nobody knows what can go on tomorrow. I'm sure if you watch the news, I'm not going to go into details with it. But I'm sure if you watch the news, you're constantly hearing some wild thing either happening inside America or a lot of it outside of America, Mexico. And it's insane. There's just crazy stuff going on every single day in the world of politics. And all it takes is a little something going on between Russia and America or China and America, and people go crazy and sell off all their stocks. And will Nvidia be safe then? I don't think so. But again, that is also a low chance, right? I'm not saying, oh my God, you should sell your Nvidia stock because we're going to have a World War III situation next year or sometime this year, and that this is something that's predictable and therefore you should sell your Nvidia stock. But I'm just saying, for people who are blindly like buying this stock, as you can see the straight line up, and thinking there is no possibility that any of these things could happen, or not even that. What if we just finally people start to realize that the economy is terrible? Like, we're in a really funny moment right now because, well, I'll give you an example. Tom Lee, he stated that right now we're in a good economy. Inflation is quite low. And once we get those rate cuts in that perfect, like, he's basically saying we're in a very good situation right now where the economy is good, inflation is low. And then once the rate is cut, then people are going to put that extra money. And apparently there's trillions of dollars set aside that should be back in the market. Then people are going to go back running into the market, and the market's going to go up. And he has very high hopes for the S&P 500 and all that. And obviously that's a perma bull case, right? And that could happen too, but who's to say that 100% that will occur? And if it does occur, who is to say that Nvidia doesn't come out with any surprise news that's not good, or any of their customers come out saying, hey, we're just going to cut ties, or we found something else, or we're going to do something else, and it's bad news for Nvidia. So there's just like so many possibilities I feel like you have to account for. And truly, like, my main reason for actually wanting to purchase some put options on this, but full disclosure, I don't own Nvidia stock. I do honestly wish that I had invested early though. Or even by early, I mean earlier this year, I still would be up like crazy. But at this point in time, I do not own any Nvidia. I don't have any put options. I don't have any call options. If you were to buy a put option, by the way, right now on Nvidia, it's like, well, I tried to buy it and it was like $20,000, $30,000 for this other one that I wanted. And that's too expensive, right? $30,000 to buy a put option on Nvidia, even if you don't believe in the stock. But things will change. Things will change, obviously, on Friday once they have the 10-to-1 split. And that really honestly does nothing for the underlying stock. Like, it's not like
this means that they invented something new. Like, it doesn't mean anything besides the fact that it's now going to become cheaper for average retail investors or even institutions to go up and buy the stock, right? Like, it looks psychologically cheaper instead of being like, oh, okay, it's at this $1,200 value. It's going to be at $120, or we'll see how much it is, right? Who knows? This thing could go crazy and go to $1,400 for all I know. And then end up being like 140, which I'm hearing a lot of people saying that. But if that doesn't happen, regardless, I am excited for the options becoming cheaper. You could buy options to buy calls on Nvidia, and that would be more affordable, or buy puts. And for me, I'm seriously considering buying puts. But of course, if you want to know my trade alerts, exactly when it occurs, you can check out my links down below in the description, where the paid memberships are, and you can find my trades over there. So go ahead and check that out if you are interested. But we'll see. I'll see if I have the guts and glory to do it, but I seriously want to. And I think one of the main reasons, and it's a very, very simple reason, because I don't think I'm a genius in stocks whatsoever. But my simple estimate on why I think that things are going to go down for Nvidia is because, one, I don't think it's ever occurred in the stock market ever. No stock has gone up to the moon endlessly without having a drawback. Okay, drawbacks are normal. The stock market goes up and down. It's not just going to be up every day. Even with Apple, even with stock splits with Apple, it's not like also with Apple or Tesla when they have stock splits that 100% it's going to go up. Of course, I do remember in 2021 when Apple and Tesla, like simultaneously around the same time, had their stock splits, things did go to the moon, but then they had their drawbacks. So if you actually just pull up Nvidia and you look at the chart right now, you can see that in November of 2021, it was around like $326. And that was its all-time high at the time at like November 30th, 2021. Around that time it was like 300. Then it dropped all the way down in 2022. But then again, we also have to be fair. In 2022, markets just tanked and it went down from 300 to about $121. So you could have bought Nvidia at about $100 in September of 2022 had you not bought it at the top of around $300. So just also keep that in mind. If we go out to even the 5-year chart, very recently in March, around March of 2024, it went to $900, only to drop down a couple months later in April to $762. And obviously, if you look at it now, that wasn't a crazy drop. And if you held on to Nvidia at around 900, past the $700 dip, like when we went from 900 to 700-ish, you would still be up like crazy. And that's still beautiful. But you have to look at it and see that it's not up and up every day. And I feel like when I'm watching these videos, when I'm seeing the news, and you see like these wealthy people just kind of like shilling this stock to people that's $1,200, and I could imagine people just like throwing their life savings in it, and possibly, I mean, that's their own fault at the same time. Like, you should always play with what you can afford to lose, and you should know that people like Jim Cramer or Tom Lee of Fundstrat or whatever, they're not responsible for your money, you're responsible for yours. Right? And that's why I find it so ironic that we have somebody like Roaring Kitty who's tweeting about, he didn't say it was about GME, but he's tweeting, and Mane's saying that he's possibly SEC and just basically the law. And I think that's just really unjust, especially if we look at the gains of had you actually followed in on when Roaring Kitty started to tweet to now. You'd be up like crazy, which is saying a lot more than all of these fund managers or just anybody that's on the news or anybody on YouTube that's just kind of shilling Nvidia, and who knows what kind of put options they're going to have on it later, and how badly this thing can really just crash down on everybody. And when I say everybody, I really mean the average folk who watch the news or watch these YouTube channels and then bought into it because everybody else was buying into it, and that it's going to go to like a $6 trillion market cap or whatever, and then it doesn't, and then you lose all your money. So just keep that in mind. I think that is my main thing that I wanted to talk about in here. But with that being said, I do want to give you guys my thought process right now. and I guess to have your input. And if you miss this live stream, it's all good. Next time you come in here, just make sure to smash that like button, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it for all of you guys that do that for me, and watch all my silly other long random videos. But yeah, I guess I want to talk to you guys because I don't know what to do, because I'm very, very excited about Ethereum. As you guys know, Ethereum ETFs have been approved last month, but we don't actually see any of them trading because there was this other form that was supposed to be filled. And I don't actually know. I think they said about 2 weeks we might see it start trading, but I'm not hearing any news from that. And I don't want to believe for sure it's going to be exactly that amount of time and be disappointed. So supposedly Ethereum ETF will eventually start trading. We just don't know when. And I'm hoping that after that occurs, okay, Ethereum should be, let's say if it does get a similar boost from Bitcoin after Bitcoin ETFs came out, like, well, I mean, technically months after Bitcoin ETFs came out and there was like a high volume. If it reacts the same way, I'm just going to assume it's highly likely that it could hit its old all-time high like Bitcoin does and go a little bit above that. Because in 2021, Bitcoin was at $69,000, and obviously its all-time high recently of 2024, after the Bitcoin spot ETFs were approved and whatnot, and a couple months went by, spot Bitcoin ETFs caused basically Bitcoin and also the halving recently Bitcoin to be just about 73,000. So 73,000 minus 69,000, that's just about $4,000. I'm a little bit worried that I will have wasted my time if Ethereum, the same, like a similar situation occurs, and Ethereum just, I don't know, goes from its all-time high of 2021 of about $4,800, and then after the Ethereum spot ETF, whenever the heck that happens, and then it gets approved, and let's say there's high volume if a good case, and then if it's a bad case, it's not good volume, depending on whatever the heck is happening in the world around that time. But let's say it does well in a great case scenario. If it does well, and then Ethereum, let's say, goes to at least 5,000 or 5,500, I would just be gaining not that much, technically. It's not like I'm going to be 2xing from my current position of Ethereum being at like 3,800. So part of me really wants to get rid of Ethereum. Maybe I'll wait a little longer till it gets closer to 48. Or if I want to be a true believer and think that this time around it's going to just completely pop off the charts and be different from Bitcoin, go a lot higher than, let's say, 5,500-ish, then yeah, that's kind of like the position that I'm stuck in. So I think I'll do a poll first, and then if you could do like a better analysis and give me your non-financial advice opinion, let me know what you think I should do, or like around where you would sell if you were me. Because remember, Ethereum, now that I've sold my XRP, Ethereum is like my longest holding position. It is going to be long-term capital gains, so I will be taxed at a lower tax bracket, which is fantastic. But I want to do it the one time. I don't want to buy it and buy it back in right away. That's not my game plan with Ethereum at all. I think I'm going to be getting out of Ethereum and then getting into either other stocks or other cryptos. So I'll see. What price would you wait to sell ETH for if you're me? That's what I would put. And I guess right now, let's check the price of Ethereum right now, especially since I can't do my TikTok lives. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, by the way. It's really hot in California, so if you're also in SoCal or it's hot over wherever you are, make sure you're drinking that water. I got my ice water on. I'm not drinking it. I'm drinking iced coffee instead, but, you know, stay healthy, folks. Okay, let's see the price. I'm still waiting to be approved for my live stream. Oh my gosh. Okay. We are currently at Ethereum price of 3,847. Earlier today, I went to 388. Nice number. But yeah, right now at around 3,847. Should I get rid of it? I can't myself to do it any lower than 4. Like, that would just kill me. And especially since I didn't get rid of it at 488, a part of me is like, should I just wait till it's like, 4,990? Or I can wait for 5,500. Or my last option would be like close to 10 grand. That's my question for you. So answer based off of what you know from my situation, which is I'm already in the green. I've been in the green since forever because I started buying Ethereum when it was actually, I kept saying that I bought it when it was like 400, but then I looked back at my ledger and I actually started buying it when it was like under 250. So I'm at a really good price for Ethereum, and not all of it is $250. Some of it is like closer to 1,900, but everything is like around $1,000, give or take, of an average. So yeah, I'm proud and I'm happy about my Ethereum position. I'm just done with it. And yeah, looking back, like today, honestly, I'm, as much as I'm like hating on Nvidia as it may seem, I do think Jensen Huang is great, and I do hope that the company does well long term. It's just that I do think there's going to be a dip. That's all I'm saying. And I think I'm going to hold on to my beliefs. And once that split happens, and hopefully it's still really high for all of you bag holders, I'm hoping for you guys that Nvidia actually goes so high to like 1,400 pre-split, aka $140 after split. And around that time, I would like to try and buy some put options. I'm usually very nice, I think, when it comes to trading. Like I feel bad almost to buy any puts. Like I'm usually like calls. I don't even like feel like I don't feel like I'm being positive when I'm buying a put. Like I feel a little bad, but then I'm trying to be like less emotional when I'm trading, and I just have to go with my gut feeling. And my gut feeling when I'm looking at a video, the charts, is just like, no way. Like if you're telling me there's no dips ever, or there's not going to be a dip anytime soon, like I just don't buy that. But again, not financial advice. Do your own DD, entertainment purposes only. Sorry, I'm so sorry, I missed that. Diamond Hands 69 has been a member for 30 months. Oh my god, I love you. Hi, Lucy, excited to see you live on TikTok soon. Okay, I hope so too. And thank you for being a member for so long. For those of you guys that also want to join my community here and become a member, I think I set it for like around $5 or under, whatever. So if you want to also become a member, hit that join button somewhere on my page here. And that way I can respond to your comments faster than others. And you also have to be on my live streams and I get to see your name being highlighted. So if you want to support me that extra mile, or just feel like you're donating to me, I really appreciate it. Or thank you. And also thank you, not or thank you, to all of you guys that joined my other platforms. I really, really appreciate it. Hi there, Sean. Welcome. Draw for real. Looking to sell my AMD and Tesla to buy more Alphabet stock. Nice. But yeah, like Nvidia, I think is now number 2. I think in the news they're saying it's like the second largest stock. Ruin says less powerful MB but paid more. This is why we should open up a plant in the US. Showed us anything. The supply chain, a motherboard, blue, and PC. I couldn't find the same one. I mean, and also, yes, I think also with Nvidia, besides just like the fact that what if we do have a World War III situation or some crazy political situation, there also could just be a problem with one day we just don't have enough demand. Because I've said it before that what you see in the news is very off from like the reality. And then when I say reality, I guess we have to take into like account that everybody has a very different reality living in America. Obviously, the discrepancies between the rich and the poor is very wide. You've got people living in homes that are like 20 acres, and then you have people living in like, I don't know, a 50,000 square feet mobile home. It's very different. And I feel like it's like saying the weather's nice out in California when you live in Texas back before you moved to California, or you lived in Seattle. Like people would look at the weather very differently when they say like a day is nice based off of like your own experiences. And that's why I'm saying I feel like it's really funny right now. Like in the news, you're hearing stuff like, oh, our inflation's basically down to 2%. Employment's good. Inflation is not that bad. And therefore, we're going to get those rate cuts and stock market's looking good. Like, it's only good for some people. And I would, like, it's just a fact that when the stock market's doing well, it's not the average American who's like working 3 jobs and like has 5 kids to like pay for. Like they're not likely going to feel that the market's good or the economy is good when they're not invested in the market, or they didn't get into Nvidia at around $300. It's a very different vibe. And I think most people that are in the lower income class, or you're not making $200,000, $100,000 a year by yourself solo, and you don't have very wealthy parents to give you a trust fund, you're going to feel it. Like you're going to feel the fact that it doesn't matter that they're telling you inflation's close to 2%, because what you're paying at McDonald's is a very general feeling of, unless I have $20, I can't even buy this like fast food meal, like eat a proper nice meal around like $20. Legendary, hi there, welcome. Oh, okay, hold on. Thank you for the super chat. Let me get my machine. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. When you do 24/7, when you doing the 24/7 live stream, oh, you'll know about it. I can't do it now because I have a lot of things that are up in the air in my life, a lot of events that I'm not 100% sure on. So I can't really do a 24-hour live stream if, let's say, I said yes to previous, things that I have agreed upon, or if I'm going to go to like a friend's birthday or something like that. Like I can't just do a 24-hour live stream easily. And I think my only worry with like a 24-hour live stream, because I was talking to my friends about actually like wanting to do a 24-hour live stream, and I said that I looked up the guy, I think it's a guy, or it's like a company. Apparently it's on Twitch. I thought it was on TikTok, but he told me it's on Twitch. Do your own DD. That some guy, and I told you that if you look on Guinness World Record for the longest live stream ever, it'll show as some company like in China or whatever, and that they, or whoever did it, I think it's a he did it for 26 days. And I said that I would like to do it for like a full month, like at least like 31 days or something, or however long. And maybe I'll just become the next like Truman Show, except it'll be like Lucy Show or whatever. If you watch the Truman Show, you'll know what that reference is. If you haven't, please watch Truman Show. I think that is like a masterpiece by Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. But yeah, I think I want to do it eventually when I can like take out a block, like a month of just telling everybody I know, being like, don't talk to me because I'm going to be doing this. I'm not going to be going out. So I definitely do want to do it. But then my other fear is like, where do I do it on? Because my friend told me that guy, I think, did it on Twitch, but then because he did it on Twitch, or I don't know if this is 100% true, but he said that maybe it's because of that guy that did it on Twitch, then they started to like not allow you to do like 24-hour live streams. I don't know if that like ruined the system or something. And yeah, I know for YouTube, like I think I have to do it within 12 hours. And if I do it within 12 hours of a live stream, then I can end it and then just start another one. And then the 12-hour one, I think if it's under 12 hours on YouTube, I think they'll let you replay it. But if it goes over 12 hours, I heard they won't replay it. If I'm not correct about that, someone let me know what you know about the YouTube live streams. But I watched like this one Meet Kevin video, and he was saying how he did like a live stream that was more than 24 hours, I'm pretty sure. But then eventually that it cuts you off or something. But I would like to see the replays, and I would like to prove that I've actually been, up or awake or just doing the stream that long. So I think if I were to do it, I would do it on both TikTok and on YouTube, and just kind of have both accounts on. And then if one dies, then I'll always have the other one, and I'll just keep cutting it on YouTube until I have like 11 hours, have it reload and restart. So yeah. And it's going to be weird, but I want to do it. I can't. Sometimes I just have these thoughts. And then once I've decided in my mind that I'm going to do something, as crazy as it may seem, I think I didn't tell my parents that I'm going to do this though, but they'll think I'm crazy for sure. But it's just something that I want to do. I don't know if I can count as the longest live stream ever though. I have to really check in on that and like maybe try to contact somebody from like Guinness World Record and be like, if I break it apart though, because I don't know any streaming services that won't break apart my streams, does that still count? But I feel like it should count if I'm literally closing it at 11 hours and then restarting it. I mean, that's barely a breather. Lucy Truman Show. Thanks again, Legendary. Thanks for the super chat. Lucy Truman Show. I think that would be cool. Like I should just change this entire channel to like Lucy Truman Show. I don't know. I think I might get problems with like copyright, so I'm not going to deal with that. It's just going to be called Living with Lucy. But you'll like literally feel like you're living with me though, because I will be on 24 hours a day. I'll probably buy like I don't even own AirPods, but I think I need to buy like AirPods or like the AirPod Max by then if I do that, so that I can like listen to music, because I don't want to have like monetization issues or copyright issues if I'm like listening to music throughout. But I don't know if you guys know about this, but last time I spoke about how I wanted to do like an endless live stream, I also want to do the attempt to stay up as long as possible. And that is going to be harder because apparently somebody did it for 11 days. Supposedly, like if I Google it, that's what it says on AI, like under the AI review, that's what it says. But that was like in the 60s or something. So I don't know if I even believe that somebody stayed up for 11 days, to be honest, unless I saw it with my own eyes, which is why I'm going to prove it by doing it through a stream. Thank you. Legendary. You're amazing. Thanks. It would definitely set you apart and you stand out. I mean, isn't that like the whole point of doing like there's just so many, it's so saturated though. I'm not going to lie. Like as much as I'm trying, I feel like with TikTok, like I'm still yet to be monetized because I realize how hard it is to be monetized on TikTok. I finally got to 10,000 followers, by the way. Clearly I'm over 18 years old. And then the third requirement to be monetized, I think on TikTok, it says, is that I have to have 100,000 views within the last 30 days. And it says like I think I'm like a little bit further away. It's around 30,000 views. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to get that. And I don't even know how TikTok works. Like if I do get approved, like how I got my 4,000 hours of views on YouTube and then I got like monetized. I'm not sure if that's how it works on TikTok, to be honest. Like I don't know if on TikTok, after if I do get approved, then will I be monetized forever, or do they have to like reevaluate me? Because it's not, the guidelines are not very clear. But I do want to do it because apparently on TikTok, once you do get monetized, you can do over, it has to be a minute long. And then I was watching this like Reddit post and it said that like anybody who says they're getting paid on TikTok when they do a video that's under a minute it's not true or something, because it has to be over a minute. At least that's what I'm seeing though. Like it has to be over a minute long for you to be paid out. So I don't know. I'm just curious how it all works. We'll see. I have to first be approved for my live stream. I don't know if my views, if I do a very long live stream on TikTok, like after the stream is done, and if I do get approved, I don't know if a live stream view of 30,000 views is going to be enough for me to be added to like the monetized fam. But that'd be really sweet. So I'm excited to do that. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it's very saturated, and I don't know why I'm trying, but I enjoy it. So I feel like even though I've been doing YouTube for a while and I'm clearly not like 1 million subscribers or anything like that, I'm still gonna work my way to like trying to get to 100,000. Do you remember me, Lucy? Yes, I do. Legendary. I pretty much, by the way, I know most of you guys, like as long as your names don't change, like your usernames or your, like not so much your photos, I don't pay mind, but it's more like your usernames. My memory is like good enough to basically know like most of you guys, like Diamond Hand 69. Dawn's not here right now, but obviously I know Dawn, Sean, Ruination, Jeff, like most of y'all I do know, especially like yourself, Legendary, that supports me on my other platforms like Patreon or OF. So definitely love you guys. Okay, so close to 10,000. That's what you guys want me to sell at. 42% of you, if you were me, I guess you would like to sell at 10,000. See, and that's the thing with me and my problem. Like I've told you guys, I have this like little conspiracy theory where I feel like whole numbers are very, very hard to get to. So if it's like, if everyone thinks that they're going to get to 10,000 per Ethereum, I'm pretty sure Ethereum's literally going to go like, like 9,500 and then all the way down. So I'm probably not going to do that. However, if I'm bullish enough, I think I'll just wait until like the Ethereum spot ETFs actually come through. And then I want to see like what the news says about it. And if we have like crazy hyped up news, even half as hyped as like Nvidia news, then I'll probably stay in. But yeah, there's so many things that I want to buy right now. And obviously you guys know that I've been doing like my eBay sales, which after I'm done talking to you guys, I got to work back on. But I've been working on my eBay stuff, and I kind of been like taking a lot of my money, like putting it back into the stock market. It's like what I did. I feel like I'm redoing what I did back in 2020 during the pandemic. And that's kind of how I feel like I made my retirement fund. Like, I would have never been able to do a live stream right now, like, or be able to like go off and travel whenever I want, or like go out and enjoy myself and not have to wake up to do a job that I don't actually want to do or feel any pressure if it wasn't for 2020, like as crazy as that sounds. So I'm really thankful. And I think to anybody watching, I'm not saying that everybody can just trade in the stock market, especially like me with like no prior knowledge, honestly. And I still don't. I'm still a total noob. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I try to learn every single day. I try to watch like I said, I went through like 20 videos today about the stock market and listening to people talk about Nvidia and like also GME and then like making fun of ranking and all those things. But like I feel like even though I don't know that much, I'm still trying to learn throughout all these years. But I'm just glad that like I'm a part of it, because if had I not decided that I want to be a part of stocks or crypto, I would be struggling really hard in life. Like I would probably be working another job, worried that I'll be fired from it, even though I'm doing a good job, and just feel like I'm so far away from retirement. I don't know about you guys, but I think now the new number that you're seeing like Fox and like CNBC talk about as like the new amount that you need for retirement is like more than 1 million now. Now it's like gone up to like 1.5 million or something crazy. Most people I know do not have like 200,000 or $100,000 even saved up. Like most people are living paycheck to paycheck. And it's not their fault even. I feel like the system just kind of teaches you like go to school, get your degree, and then you go to work, and then you go to work and you're probably paying off your debt, like if you most likely have debt from school. And if you get a nice car, you're paying that car insurance along with like your car payments, and then you rent a place because your parents aren't rich enough to just hand you a house for like $1 million, which most of us don't have. It's just tough. It's really, really hard to save up for not even retirement, but save up for like an emergency fund to feel like I don't need my job. Like if my boss fires me, like it's cool. Like I never felt that way until I started trading stocks. And obviously, thanks to my investments, I'm at a position where I feel like I honestly like feel like I don't need to work as hard as I do. I just choose to work as hard as I do because I'm always like this poor girl mentality of growing up knowing that like, okay, my parents are rich, I don't have money, I'm not that smart to have like a job where it pays like $300,000, which I do think that should have been more of my goals. Honestly, going back in time, I'm like, oh, when I was 18 I should have gone for a job that I knew was going to pay like a lot more, right? Like something in computers, but whatever, that ship has sailed. I still have a high interest in it though. I think coding is really cool, and I don't know enough about computers, but I'd like to think that if I have enough money one day, I want to learn how to play the piano and also to code. Like I know that's really weird, but I want to do it, not just to like get a job, but just to like know it and feel less dumb about not knowing it. Not that you're dumb if you don't know it. So yeah, those are like life goals. Sorry, went on a tangent. Yes, this is iced coffee. Let's go back to looking at the market. All right. I'm not going to really look at just the market. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. Okay. So I did share that I have GME, right? I'm going to tell you, obviously if you're on my like Patreon or OF and you paid for my posts or whatever, you know, like what I did. But now that it's after the fact, I'll just let you guys know I kind of doubled down on my GME. So before I bought more, I was in a position on, when did Roaring Kitty tweet? Right when he tweeted, like middle of the night, I was up like 2,700 and I didn't sell. And then it dropped obviously because it went to like $43 and then it dropped to like $26 or whatever. And I was really sad because my average was like 27. So then I went and bought a lot more when it was around 27. Again, never financial advice on my channel. And now I'm back up. Like I'm up again because obviously GME is now like $32 and I am up around $2,000. So again, not 2,700 per se, but around $2,000. I honestly, I feel the greed in me, but then it's like I'm almost trying to like justify my greed by being like, oh, I want to make more, but it's not just that I want to make more. I want to make more because I think there is more because of the narrative that I created in my head that something is happening during their earnings call, possibly, or that Roy and Kitty know something that I don't know. And therefore, that's why he has those call options that are supposed to be expiring like the 20th or 21st or whatever. So, and yeah, and like he supposedly didn't sell. So a part of me is just like, I want to ride that ride. I want to be there till the end. Like, if this man, again, we don't know what he's thinking, but I would love to know what you guys think he's thinking, because bro didn't sell when it was like $81. Okay. And like, if you look back, it's like it was at least $81 now that it's been split or whatnot, but it was like 400 back then. But he didn't sell when it was 81 in 2021. Okay. In January of 2021. If he didn't sell at 81 and recently he didn't sell when it was like what, like around 60 or something like that, when he just tweeted his most recent tweet, not the $43 one, but yeah, I think it went to like 60 or something when he first came back and did his tweets. And then it got halted like a billion times. But bro didn't sell at like 80. He didn't sell at like 60. So a part of me is just like, okay, like, does this man actually? No, I think before splitting, it's actually, I mean, like now that it's split, the highest high was like 120. So I'm wondering if he's just waiting for like the real. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below if you're watching the stream later, or let me know now. Like, when do you think Roaring Kitty is going to sell? If it even is him, because there is obviously still doubts, and I don't have a magic 8 ball, so I have no idea. I'm still open to the percentage chance, even though I think it's slight. I'm still open to the fact that this could not be him at all. And who knows? Maybe he's like living off in the mountains and somebody like hacked all his accounts, and like maybe it wasn't him this whole time. And then we'll find out a year later that it wasn't him. And he was like on the mountains with his family and like not caring about, no care on the world. I don't think that's the case, but I'm always going to leave that little bit of possibility, imagination in my mind. That's how I deal with like everything. Daniel P is like above 500. So you think he's going to sell when it's above 500? That would be a mother of all squeezes, and that is going to make me really rich if I hold on. But I don't think I have the stomach for it. I'm already like, I think I'm already like scared. I'm definitely already scared because I felt really stupid recently that I didn't sell when I was up like 2.7, and then clearly ended up doubling down, buying more into it just to be up like 2, and then I'm still not selling even though I'm up 2G right now on GME. Yeah, so I'm really questioning how many mistakes could I possibly make in GME. And I think this is also like I'm trying to learn from my own psychology too, and I'm realizing like it's also just the pain that I'm holding on to, which is really, really funny. It's like it applies to so many things in life. I feel like a part of me, maybe I'm not happy with like the $2,000 gain or the $2,700 gain, or even if I'm making like 10 grand from this or $30,000. I think because a part of me deep inside subconsciously, I remember losing like about $50,000 with whether it's a combination of AMC and GME or just GME. I totally forgot, to be honest, around 2021 when they stopped those buy buttons, because a part of me still remembers that. Like, I really think even if I made like 20 G's next week or soon or at all from GME, it's like a part of me is still like, like that's not enough, because I'm still pissed. And I know that is so not healthy. Like, that is not the thing to do, but I just wanted to share that with you guys in case you're going through the same thing and then you realize like, okay, that's just really dumb. Because I do know, like, when I look at myself and like my trades from like another perspective, I do see the stupidity in that. I'm like, okay, what's gone is gone. When you're making new trades, it's new trades, and then you have to go by like the moment, and you can't. Yeah, revenge trading. Thanks. But yeah, like you shouldn't revenge trade. You shouldn't that's why they say don't get emotional in the market, because then you'll never win, right? Like if I'm actually going to diamond hand it and diamond hand it, hoping that I could get to like, let's say, because I remember losing like around 50,000, even though I can't even fully just blame it on GME. It was like probably a little bit of AMC down the road too. But if I keep thinking about 50 grand, 50 grand, and then even if I'm like making 45 grand and I should have pulled out, let's say like in 2024, and I don't do it, then that's all on me. It's like the universe is giving me chances and I'm like pushing it away. And as much as I'm saying this right now, I also hope that that doesn't occur for crypto, because we all know that there are certain cryptocurrencies that I like, called Dogecoin, and I don't know what to do if it goes back up, honestly, or if it gets close to the old all-time high. Shall I diamond hand it or not? But let's see. In other news, Tesla CEO Elon Musk bid for more pay, gets a billionaire's backing. Oh, I do remember seeing that on the news. Honestly, just give Elon Musk what he deserves. Like, I heard about that over and over again, and it just honestly blows my mind why Elon Musk promised something and he said, if I promise this, then I'm going to get this payout. And then people are actually trying to argue him on it. It actually blows my mind. I'm an artist. I love to draw, Sean says. Nice, me too. I don't paint enough though. Paint, clay art. I've never done clay art. That sounds cool. And digital art. I also want to say that I also heard most say that most are artists who like to draw, paint, clay art, and digital art make a lot of money too. Really? Okay. I don't think that most people I know that are in the art industry necessarily makes the most money. I feel like the finance bros that are finance bros out inside and out are like definitely, some of them making more money and some of them like losing it all. But yeah, that's cool. I feel like people who are very talented, like that I've met in life, are generally good at a lot of things. I feel like it's how do you say this? I feel like it's like the way your brain is wired. Like usually if you're really intelligent and you see things through, like you see things very clearly through, or like, let's say I'm terrible at writing essays, but let's say you could properly like come up with your thoughts and write like a beautiful essay, chances are like there's a lot of other things you could put together well, whether it's in life or like just the way you set up your life. I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe I've gotten from people that I met that are like really intelligent and successful. They do well on a lot of other parts in life. Not saying they're good at everything. I think that's also your downfall, when you think you're good at everything and then you start thinking like, all right, just because I'm like, I have a PhD and I'm a doctor and like all of a sudden I could for sure like trade stocks and make money. There's no guarantees. But yeah, anyways, I'm a little disappointed in Ethereum though. Like, why is this thing only 3,855? It's like trying so hard to move up, and I could see it, but it's kind of pathetic that we're not even at 4,000. Not even close. But my also was telling me this the other day, like about BNB and how like, oh, I guess now it's like under 700, but how you could have just bought BNB like when it dropped really hard. I don't know if that's when the news came out that like CZ was like going to jail or something like that. But it dropped really hard and I didn't buy it, but now it's at number 4 and it's crazy high. I feel like BNB was a one that I kept missing the boat on, because I remember talking about it like back in 2021 when it was much lower. And I'm like, oh, I think it could go up as long as people are like trading and the market's busy. And it's like you have these thought processes and you don't go for it. So it's just pointless. It's like you could say whatever you want, but if you don't put your money where your mouth is and also lucky enough for certain things to go through, you're just not going to make money off those things. PayPay 21 just blows my mind. I still have ICP, which really pisses me off because I'm down so much money on it. And it's like glaring at me at number 22. It's like I can't get away from it because I always see it when I look at the coin market cap, but I literally hate it because I feel like it's just not moving. Floki is amazing, actually. I'm like mind blown that it's gone up so much and it's still at top 40. It's actually mind blowing how many memes, how many dogs are on top 100. But my favorite right now is not a meme, and it's not a dog. It's Jasmine. And unfortunately, it's just at 3.8 cents right now. I would not buy more personally unless it drops really heavy. So if it goes back down to like 2 cents, I'm open to it. And I'm interested in, oh my God, Book of Memes is also on top 100 now. Anyways, not buying that. But yeah, anyways, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna go and work on my other side hustles. So if you enjoyed these live streams, please give it a like, subscribe, check out my other links. And if you are not using Robinhood, but you're interested in getting Robinhood Gold, because I have Robinhood Gold and I'm enjoying that 5% APY with your uninvested cash. If you want any of that or you want to check it out, use my link pinned to the top of the stream, or Rakuten, because I usually, wherever I shop, I double check and see if it's in Rakuten, so then I could get extra cash back when I shop. So thank you guys. Smash the like button and I will see you soon.